Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Can't Draw Horses Club. I'm Corey, and to joining me today
Is to
to
Jalix.
Jalix.
To Jalix.
And yep. Sorry, a new bird just popped up,
The
and
new bird just
a
dropped.
new bird just dropped. This weather is awful. Boy, howdy. Let me tell you, it's. I want to say sleet. It's a very thick rain, cold and thick rain. So I did not just. I was very tempted to just move the camera over so you could see Ian crawling on the floor to get closer to the birds. Uh, anyways, I don't have a slideshow for today because it's kind of a very open topic.
That's good.
It's very open. Hey, it's the 1800s. Have you heard of this hot new IP? It's called Alice in Wonderland or
Oh
Alice's
man,
Adventures.
I should do fan art of that.
I should
The
do
old
fan art
timey
of
fan
that.
before I die of consumption.
Yep.
Um, I would like to show you my
Yeah, let's
my
do some
very
show
good
and tell.
pencil sharpener.
Good. All right. You want it on the top down, or you want it on your
Top down,
camera? All
sure,
right. Let's just.
and then we can like flip.
Yeah.
So this is my drawing table
Yep.
for today and for always. Um, But the real genius about this, I'll get Corey to actually, maybe you can see it in.
Yeah. See, there we go. I have a shot for that. Kablam!
So this will always maintain its camera angle.
Because it's trapped like
I
a
also
rat.
a rat in like a rat in a terrible maze.
What else you got?
I have a very good pencil sharpener
What is this?
that I remembered was a pencil sharpener when I was going through some stuff.
Oh, actually, that looks illegal. What you're doing there?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think. This puts the butt in butane. Shove it right in there. Break all the safety seals.
Whoa, that is a gnarly looking pencil lead.
That, yeah, some stuff happened.
Let's see.
Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to draw the Queen of Hearts from the Disney movie.
From the Disney movie.
From the
Oh,
Disney
great.
movie. So I sharpened some of my pencils and got myself some reference.
It's been ages since it drew its like P and P. So
Same. What kind of pencils are we running with? The the
so
brown
your Memorial
kind?
Black Warrior HB2, which is
Let's
like
see.
probably pretty soft, but that's me.
I got these Stetler Mars
Oops,
ones, and
son
I've
of a.
got the Yeoly Derwent. They're just normal pencils.
Normal pencil, normal drawing.
And these are kind of actually my favorite, like 2Bs, 2HBs, HB2s, number two pencils, the Murado Classic Black. Like, I always just found them,
Oh yeah, you have the same pencils as I.
I always just found them nice. Like, they're
Yeah,
just,
I don't know how to describe them other than
yeah,
nice.
it's just like, you take, let's see, I don't know. These are the ones from Game of Kathleen's Wedding, and they
What
suck.
in the fuck?
The tip just broke.
It's broken twice in a row. We're gonna do this the hard way.
Yeah, and these classic, like this yellow pencil, like it just feels brittle, and then the Brados feel smooth.
I'd say that having just busted two leads in a row here.
Yeah,
Okay, you gonna behave now?
probably not. They're pencils, you know.
Fucking guys.
They hide their shame inside, and you go to use them, and it's just like, wow, someone stepped on this, and only the core's shattered.
Yeah, that's always irritating.
Boop-a-doop, boop, boop. Okay, no, no, brain, why? Oh. The Queen
What?
of Hearts from the Disney movie looks like Peter Griffin.
That's terrible.
It is. I've just seen it and I can't. They have the same face and nose situation. Mm,
Well, what can you do?
nothing.
Maybe
I'm
it was
not going to do
intentional.
anything about it. Yeah, it feels nice to have just like a pencil.
This is probably going to start off like very loosey goosey, like knock the rust off. We'll get some Burton houses in here.
Ah, yep.
So my two favorite expressions of Alice in Wonderland are the Jens Svankmajer animation
Right.
and uh, American McGee's Alice,
Yeah.
specifically Madness Returns. Those are like my sort of faves. Let's see, who's the cast of? Actually, I should try and do the cast from memory.
Right.
Okay, so March Hare. Um, the rabbit look like?
Nobody knows. Not like a guinea pig, for sure. So yeah, today I went on the Wikipedia page just before the show for Alice in Wonderland and followed it to the Queen of Hearts, and there's like breakdowns of her character plot in different properties, like American McGee's Alice, but also Once Upon a Time, which is just like a huge chunk of text because that show
Yeah.
is bonkers.
Wait, whose thing is Once Upon a Time?
Whose thing is Diz? It's a live action show
Oh,
for babies, adult babies. Um,
so us.
us. It's got Robert Carlyle in it as Rumpelstiltskin.
Huh. What do you think of this March Hare?
He's got places to be.
He's running late.
Always. So far, I just have
I'm just going to jump around here a little bit.
shape. Honestly, the I don't know, the curves on this Disney character design are really pleasant. It's
That's a good one.
mm-hmm.
Actually, she sort of looks like Barney Rubble.
Doesn't have like because they've got like the Jughead nose.
Uh, I think it's the mouth.
Yeah, it's the mouth. Tamley, did you Google Once Upon a Time TV show? Gotta disambiguate, you know.
We'll just have to see if people can recognize which character I'm drawing.
uh, is it the Queen?
Yes.
It's Shrek. It is Shrek. Oh no.
So,
Shrek sitting on a leaf, ripping fat clouds.
I could have sworn it was a toadstool.
Uh, depends.
It's. I mean, I'm gonna draw it as a toadstool, or instead of a hookah, you can just have a reefer.
Exactly. People, Victorians were like, oh, damn, this caterpillar's cool.
Reference for the face, I was using 10 guy. You know, like I see you from 3 feet away. I want Hopsital.
Now, TXT2's guess is also good. It's got Emperor Leto the second. Also hilarious to see ripping cotton. You know, if the people in Dune just did some drugs, they'd be fine.
They do so many drugs, though. That's all they do. They're like, no, no robots, but we're all gonna get messed up on spice melange. Have ourselves a couple of yeehaws about it.
You sure the Emperor's Sardaukar are all hopped up on something?
They're messed up. Well, maybe. I mean, they're probably messed up on just like being bloodthirsty.
That happens.
Sec. There's hanging out always at the periphery. But the Fremen don't deliberately do spice; they just hang out around it so much that they get.
The entire planet is spice. Come on. It's not sand, it's worm poop. Oh no, I thought I had a good eraser somewhere, but I can't find it in the detritus of my desk.
Erasers.
Just didn't want to leave smudgies.
It's not smudgies.
I'm smudgies.
Let's just turn it into part of the drawing.
Right.
Okay, so we've got the cat. All right, like Mad. Okay, so back up over here. Maybe we can do the Mad Hatter and the Tea Party. I've got mercury poisoning. I have actual brain damage. It's no laughing matter, you understand? I'm part of a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, I don't know. Who would you sue? Like the trading guilds? Like
I'm suing myself for negligent work practices.
I told myself it would be a good idea to drink lead.
That's mercury, I think.
Yes, but you know,
That rotten. I'm gonna take that rotten son of a bitch for everything he's got. I was never clear on the difference between hares and rabbits, or if there is one.
uh, it's kind of like a breed thing,
Figured as much.
or like you get jackrabbits and such that are like skinny and tall. They got big kickers.
Here's the March hare. Shoot, what's those things? It would be a completely normal rabbit that the Mad Hatter is just hallucinating. Contemporary interpretation where they're having a testosterone party. It's just like transmask Hatter and hair. It's like we're getting messed up on hormones.
Testosterone party.
Yes. Please come join us. We're gonna do our daily shots and then go lifting. Might get into some lumberjack shit too. Let's see. There was a frog footman, wasn't there?
From the game?
What? No, just like in general.
In general. Frog. Dormouse. Puppy. Walrus. Dodo.
Right. Walrus and the Carpenter.
Playing cards. Queen, king, knave.
you can do a walrus. What does a walrus look like? Sometimes it's
They
just
are pear-shaped.
like a shmoo.
What's a shmoo?
Shmoo is a creature from Lil Abner.
What's Little Abner?
It's a comic book from it's the 40s.
Okay. Is he homeless?
Lil Abner?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've not read much of it, but
Okay.
like I think they're like Appalachian Hicks or something.
Okay.
Anyway, the shmoo is this creature that is miraculous in that it will taste like the best meal you've ever had, and if you get hungry near it, it will just keel over so that you can eat it without feeling guilty about it. It's very strange. They look sort of like bowling pins with mustaches.
Yeah, that's what a walrus looks like. Yeah, bowling pin with a mustache.
Does anybody remember what? I mean, does anybody have any idea what I'm referring to with Lil Abner? That's like
Yeah, how
before
many people
my.
in our audience are in their 90s?
Hey, look, I've read. Um,
You just said
Ne-
remember, though.
okay, well, I've read Nemo and Slumberland, and I'm not like 150 years old. That comic's like turn of the century, I think. It's very good, by the way. Hey, look, there is somebody who's young and or who's old enough to Lil Abner. Get there. Don't you look silly now?
Oh, that's true. I'm the silly one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked up a bunch of like weird comic references from my dad because like his frame of reference is, of course, much older than mine. So I know about like Lil Abner and like Pogo. Um, I mean, there's some that have just refused to go away. Like, uh, what was it? The I can't remember the name of it. Dagwood
Nancy.
Bumstead. What's the
Oh.
name of the comic that he's in?
Uh, my brain's now just like, oh, it's Dagwood.
Right? He's like this
Yeah.
weird looking hair man that likes making sandwiches and his super hot wife.
I didn't know until like this year that a Dagwood was Blondie. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's the one.
the reason he likes making sandwiches is because a Dagwood is a sandwich.
I thought it was named after him.
Why?
Well, because
No.
like, really?
What? Am I
I thought
backwards?
I
It's just a
I don't
sandwich with
know.
everything?
Yeah, I thought a
Oh
sandwich with everything
no.
was named after the like comic because it's Dagwood Bumstead, and he makes these like ludicrous sandwiches.
There goes my
I mean, like Jughead would be into that shit. But
credentials. Yeah, we don't call cheeseburgers jugheads. We don't call many things jugheads.
any giant sandwich is called a Dagwood. Dag.
Wood.
Dagwood. Okay, so I got my Carpenter and Walrus. Who else can I cram in here? I should take suggestions from the chat. Yeah, Marines are jarheads.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the haircut. Where, like, I mean, the joke is always you go in after being recruited, or I guess no. If you join the Marines voluntarily,
I believe
like they
so.
don't recruit for the Marines, do they?
Do they?
They recruit for regular army, but the Marines is like, you chose this. You wanted to eat mud and throw up nails. Um, I guess I should get the king and queen.
You got no dum-dums.
Oh, right, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I'm just going to quickly do the queen here. Very small little round. Like a little doohickey on top. She's just so execution happy.
It's her favorite show.
And I'm like, I don't know, this can be the king.
Oh, you're off screen a little bit.
Dang it.
He's so teeny tiny.
Yeah, you see me right there. Maybe the king can be like hanging out up here.
Whoa.
King of the world.
To Emily, Jarhead's Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Maybe?
There's 4 movies? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, God. That's like all of the sequels to Starship Troopers.
Oh god, I watched those like pretty recently. They're absolutely atrocious.
It's so bad.
Like they're not even like entertainingly bad. They're just like
No. Okay, Universal Soldier, those sequels are still schlocky and stupid. But oh, the Starship Troopers.
the troopers from starships.
Like the TV series wasn't bad. Despite, early CG.
You know, I haven't seen a propeller beanie in far too long.
Like a real one?
Yep. Well, like nobody wears them.
Yeah, you're just gonna be walking around and see a kid in his little, I don't know,
At one point, it was visual shorthand for kid
coveralls with a big lollipop and a little propeller hat.
picking his nose.
Yeah. Got a little
Like,
slingshot tucked into his back
yeah,
pocket.
starts every sentence with "Gee, Mister." Gee, Mister, you got any Bitcoin?
Yeah.
You
Golly. Yeah.
Golly, that's fresh AF, no cap. That might be fun, just like combining the most current and oldest imaginable sort of cultural shibboleth and touchstones.
Like what?
Yeah, it's like, golly gee, I sure do hope I get lucky and get to clap some cheeks tonight. Sure would be nice to get some whap nookie. Oh, that's cursed.
Like we kind of do that with like the Krog and Torg sketches.
Although that's like kind of just like lampooning it under like a specific context, but
Yeah, it's
like,
kind of
I mean,
it's
I guess like
puns,
taking uh I guess like greaser lingo and like Zoomer lingo or something.
I don't know any Zoomer lingo.
I'm just like barely on it.
Was
Actually, like
chuggy? Is that one of their words?
maybe somebody should do like a black and white only like 50s ephemera TikTok. That would be fun anachronism. If you if you do actual Zoomer lingo, most of us don't understand. You could do surfer lingo. Gnarly. It was always kind of interesting that like the Ninja Turtles picked up all that stuff. So you talk about like tubular,
I think it's
gnarly.
just being in California that did it.
I never thought about that. Like I never thought about the Ninja Turtles as having like a distinct Californian identity. Although like they were never really like a major thing for me.
Yep.
I was sort of like aware of them because everybody else liked them. I don't think I dislike Ninja Turtles, but I'm just sort of like, yeah, they're a thing that exists. 100% New York.
New York City.
Right. New York City. Just like drawing core to the guy. Right, pizza, of course. Of course they were New York. Wow, that was. Now we're both embarrassed.
I don't know. I found the whole thing
Oh, the
very
Street
funny.
Sharks are from California.
Yeah.
What's wild is they still have coal-fired pizza in New York, apparently. And I cannot imagine what that must taste like. Next character. I guess we can do some cards.
Yeah, Bikermeister Mars were probably from Mars.
Yeah, but like, where did they make their home base in?
I feel like it was a middle state, like real breadbaskety. They would just bike ride
They're from the
everywhere.
Midwest.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, they keep getting mistaken for Hell's Angels. They're
And
like,
they're
no,
like,
man,
the Hells
we're
Angels
not
don't have this cybernetic arm cannon,
and
nor are they
aren't
a giant rat on a
mice.
motorcycle.
Excuse you, they're mice from
What?
Mars.
Are we
It's right there in
sure?
the title.
It's like those mutant ninja turtles have been around for a long time. Are they still teenagers? They always
No,
seemed
like
kind of like
middle-aged
mid
Ninja
20s.
Turtles.
Yeah. Oh god, just some like 50-year-old turtles down in the sewer.
Was the Dormers part of the Tea Party?
Yes. Sleep in the
Okay.
teapot.
The rent here in this teapot is too damn high.
Real borrower's energy. It's a good point, Hosk. You're right. That's probably what
What?
happened. They're played by turtles in their mid 20s to avoid labor laws, but supposed to be teenagers.
Who gives you coal for their pizza fire? Apparently, some place that probably insists that they're the best pizza in New York. They should have a big street fight and determine it once and for all. Like, just go down with their pizza cutters and knives and stuff, and
Yeah,
just like
go at it.
wail on each other until there's just one left. I mean, it would obviously be nothing definitive because, like, Who else can I put in here?
You need uh flamingo.
Not really a character so much as a prop.
It's a living.
Mock turtle.
That's true. There's a mock turtle.
Dodo. What's a frog footman? I've got the major ones. If I can start like a new page with like more Alice. So was her name always Alice Little from like the books, or was that a thing that they invented in
Alice
there?
Little is the neighbor's name. Alice is just Alice.
Huh.
Is she named Little in the American McGee?
Yeah, that's I think that's her thing. Like Alice Little, who is like probably crazy and being put in sanitariums,
Yep.
but also like magical realism.
A little bit of that, yep.
It's just like revolutionary London is so traumatic that it gives you a fever dream. Let's see.
Oops. Anyways. It feels like this lady is made out of like just like French curves. Like they just don't want to stop a curve if they can
It's a
help it.
really good design. Hey, go with me on this like grimdark reboot where she's a salary man.
Oh, I was like, she's in middle school. She's got a uniform with a tie. No, I like the salary Alice. This could be like the Hook version of Alice in Wonderland, where it's like
I mean, I
she's
suppose technically it would be like office lady, but
well, I mean, like I don't know, she works at a for a stockbroker, or she is a stockbroker, and she's like fully jaded, and she has to go learn about wonder.
it'd be like actually maybe the outfit would be like completely straight laced, but she has like a really wacky tie that's like out of context, just like out of sorts.
No,
It's just
that's how
like
you know at the end that she's learned her lesson because she gets
oh she oh right, you know it's like starts
yeah.
it's yeah the whole thing starts. It's like Monday opens up like identical black ties.
Yeah. What's the other movie? Scrooged. That's the Bill Murray in the Office, but
Maybe
it's
okay.
the
So who would
Christmas
be?
story.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Who would be the receptionist?
Uh, the rabbit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I was sitting there like, you're gonna be late for your appointment. You were supposed to clock in like 2 hours ago.
Shut up, Gary.
Oh, you want an actual rabbit, not just like a lady who likes rabbits too much.
I mean, there could be some magical realism there. I don't want him to be balding,
A balding rabbit?
right?
It's a little spot up top. Just wait. There's a joke there. It's like, what do you say? Wait, there's a line of 100 rabbits and 99 of them step back. It's a receding hairline.
Oh my god, did you just
I said it, but it's not mine.
receding hairline?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Alice, 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 Alice. We have a question for you, Alice.
Oh no, they probably jammed the copier again.
Alice, the copier doesn't work. Can you fix it? We don't know how to fix the copier, but you know how to fix the copier, and like we do it ourselves, but like you're so good at it.
The tiny little businessman's.
You're in perspective. The poor copier.
It said add water.
It said add toner. The one twitching eye. So maybe there's like I feel like the yeah, Mad Hatter and March Hare and the Dormouse would definitely be like coworkers. Like just absolutely useless coworkers.
Well, I think they might be like the accounting department.
Yeah, or they're just like always on break.
Oh, they're always in like the
Yeah,
the,
always
the, the
having some.
coffee room.
Yeah.
Dormouse is always overtired. The Mad Hatter is always on too much caffeine.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like if they were actually people.
They found cake because it's always someone's birthday.
There's like a backlog of it. No, the company made a purchase mistake, and so now they have like tons and tons and tons of like frozen birthday cake. And they started a joke where it's like, oh, it's your own birthday.
Yeah. It's
Like you just
somebody's
want.
birthday somewhere.
He somehow cleared it with HR to be able to wear a hat.
Did y'all hear about the Alice ballet the Royal Opera did a while ago?
Did
No,
not.
did not. Which Royal Opera? Where? Oh, is that the March Hare?
Yeah, I think it's Marcher. Oh, no, shadow. There we go. I should label these.
Wouldn't want two Mad Hatters.
Everybody's like human except the white rabbit. It's just like a, and it's never referenced.
Just looking at some production photos from the ballet. It's huge.
Yeah, let's see. Want to try my vape?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to fit drugs in. It's just like either they're like
It's vape.
the stoner, or they just vape heavily.
Could be the janitor.
Yeah, who else is going to dispense wisdom? I agree with Maricat and I think Real Gamer Cow. Yeah, Cheshire Cat HR. There's big HR energy there. And there needs to be like a fridge of stuff that's just like, don't drink me, drink me. Rabbit's special drink, no one drink.
This is so ominous.
All right, we are at our first break.
Let us take it.
All right, yeah. When we get back, I'm gonna flip a page and start in a different character, I think.
Alrighty doodle.
Alrighty doodle. See y'all toodle.
Bees! Live bees! Bee!
Welcome back, everybody, to Can't Draw Horses Club. Today, Alex and I are Alice in Wonderland. That's all we're doing
We're alifing and wonderlanding.
right now. Alex. Oh no, where'd it go?
What have we
No,
done?
that's me. Anyways,
Don't scare me like that.
we're looking at a modern retelling of Alice in Wonderland, where Alice is the salaryman and works at the worst place on Earth. The worst.
Whoopsie doodle.
All right.
The king's the CEO, and queen's the CFO, but she's the real one in charge.
Hmm.
Or however that hierarchy works out.
Yeah, exactly. She's in the C-suite. She's not technically the chief executive officer. Technically.
I think the king would be like either a very tiny statured man or outrageously geriatric.
Like a Denethor. Not
No,
Denethor.
he's just like 90 years old.
Who's king of the Rohirrim?
Maybe? No, I don't think he was old enough. I'm talking like, I don't know. I can't think of a
Theoden. Oh, thank you.
Theoden?
Yeah, Theoden. Oh,
Meh. Poor maintenance carpenter, and it's due to the huge bushy beard that just micromanages the shit out of him. Man, I kind of want to ink some of these.
go for it.
I didn't know how purist we were being.
Oh, with the pencils? I already markered mine up.
Well, shows how much I was paying attention.
It's none, turns out. You don't even watch my show, Alex.
I'm on it. I mean, the chess pieces are probably just like the automaton staff. Same with the playing cards.
I don't remember chess.
Maybe I was picking up on the wrong thread in conversation.
That's Homestuck.
Well, I mean, Homestuck uses a lot of stuff. He uses chess and pool. I mean, like one character is literally a cue ball. I've been seeing little bits and pieces of Homestuck surfacing recently.
Really?
Always kind of, yeah. I mean, like maybe that's just the kind of feed I keep, but I'm always kind of churned by it. I like Homestuck.
I feel like the playing cards would just be like office assistants, like gophers.
Yeah. There's just like tons of interns.
Yeah.
Pause in Bruges. Realize that anybody unfamiliar with Bill Bailey will think that I'm having a stroke.
I think it's more accurate to say that people unfamiliar with you.
True,
It's
like
it's
just the
not
way.
just it's not just now.
Okay, fine.
It's a lot of Alexisms.
There are a lot. I discovered a thing with people that I date. The more I like somebody, the shittier I spell in like
So you're like
messages and stuff.
flirting texts are just like
They
Blah,
become
blah.
inscrutable really fast. Like sometimes I have to actually catch myself like speaking pure gibberish. It's like, right, yes. What I really meant was
I like you, I think you're cool. Not blah 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 blah.
it's just like I can't remember. I think I messaged Robin like ages ago at one point when they were like at the store. I was like, any wedges? I was like, what? It's like, oh, veggies, like vegetables.
Wedges.
Kind of fun doing this. Also, I think that the time I've spent doing digital work is transferable to.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, like the way I use digital is very analogous to traditional anyway. Like it's not like I don't use undo or whatever, but I use one layer.
Like a criminal.
There's more of us than I thought, I think. I mean, I hope there are.
You gonna start your own art club where just people only draw in one layer?
Maybe.
A
I don't know.
rival art club, Alex? You coming to my house?
Hey, I never said rival.
Didn't have to.
Wonder Mifflin.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked the Purifier retrospective. I put together a um, sort of collection of all the materials from my unfinished comic book, Purifier, which is about um, London plague doctors during an alternate history. It's very diesel punk, and I like never finished it. Partly because I was trying to finish a like fully inked traditional comic in the middle of an actual pandemic.
Yeah.
That was
The
awkward,
timing was a little.
but yeah. Um, but yeah, you can buy that off my Gumroad, which you should be able to find on my Twitter. Plug. I feel really stupid because it took me forever to realize that like Bob the Builder was like, unless I'm mistaken, is like an English thing.
Yeah.
Like builder is a profession in the UK, the way we would say like contractor or like construction worker or something.
Yeah. But we would never say builder because that's nonsense.
Yeah. Well, not nonsense. It's actually perfectly sensible. What you do? I'm a builder. I'll build things. But for money. But it's not all about building. Sometimes I'm knocking things down, you know?
Yeah, Lord Zerano. Sorry, we don't say builder. You'd be like construction worker or
Yeah.
drywaller.
Or contractor.
Yeah, you'd be like, I pour cement. I'm the cement pourer.
I don't know where that is. But like in the UK, isn't a builder like a general purpose tradesperson? I don't know. Or is it just like a generic term for anybody working in skilled trade? Or unskilled trade for that matter. Not that there is such a thing as unskilled trade.
Yeah, contractor is less specific and not exclusive to construction.
Yeah, like you could have an electrical contractor or like, I don't know. My name is Dave, I'm a pipe fitter.
Yeah. But yeah, brick and mortar, then we'd just say you're a bricklayer. Or roofer.
Yeah. Or carpenter actually, that's
Carpenter, yeah.
I started playing Landlord Super,
What's that?
which I keep meaning to go back to. It's the guy who did Jalopy. It's his
Oh.
sophomore game,
Okay.
where you play a punter in Thatcherite England, and you've just inherited a property in some disrepair,
Right.
and you have to sort of like scrape together enough materials and dollars to pounds to repair it and then rent it out
Gotta get your quid.
to other punters. And it's very like 80s dystopia because you're like in a former mining town where the
Oh,
mine
that's even
shut
worse.
down. Yeah, it sucks.
That's deeply tragic.
It's so sad. But it's really funny because like there's so many silly things. Like you're always selling scrap to the scrap yard, and you can earn money doing odd jobs, and like you can get on the dole,
Yeah.
and then you have to tell them to not and to like take you off when you actually get work, but you can like sort of.
Huh.
And the vibe is very well realized.
Yeah. So, like, picture a dark house flipper.
Yeah, actually. Well, like you can work yourself to exhaustion, and like you'll wake up in bed the next day. Someone like took you home. There's like a filth meter.
So how many flatmates can you fit in there?
I have no idea because I just like started,
Oh, okay.
and the place is in dreadful shape. Like you kind of have to start from
The bed's a bed.
Yeah, well, like I think it has to pass like certification of some sort.
Oh no.
So right now, like half the walls are down, the foundations are crap. There's a bunch of stones and stuff in the front yard. There's no windows, there's no doors.
Okay.
But like you start with this letter from I think it's like your cousin or something who's like, "No, it's brilliant. Also, you owe me £5,000." So,
What was this called?
uh, landlord's super. I would strongly
There it
recommend
is.
checking it out
Yeah.
because I'm trying to remember the developer's name.
Ming
Minsk Works. They are very hardworking and deserve every morsel of success they can get because they make very good
Well, it looks like they're being
games.
published by Yogscast, so they've at least got a decent
Yeah,
support. Yeah, no, I was
yeah.
playing one
I
that's
mentioned
called Junk Punk, but it's basically like Satisfactory, only you're a robot trying to wally your way through the world. You just gotta
it sounds kind of like
mine
my shit.
scrap and then grow plants.
Interesting. Might have to check that out. But yeah, as I mentioned on the stream, like Minsk Works was the developer that got really done dirty by the community when My Summer Car came out, because My Summer Car was vaguely similar to
Jalopy.
Jalopy,
Yeah.
and throngs of shitty gamers were like,
Oh,
this game is like, your game's so much worse, you suck.
they're different though.
Yeah, they're very different and not really comparable in that way. It's like,
I feel like saying
you just,
Fortnite's the same as Jalopy because you can drive.
yeah, he was like very demoralized by that. So anytime I get the chance, I'm just like, play this game. It's rule. Like gamers ruining something.
No.
Nah, sounds like rubbish. He can go wash dishes at the pub,
Oh,
which
cool.
is like one of the few businesses that's still open. And you like order building materials and tools and stuff through the local shop. The guy will like drop them off. I haven't figured out how to lay bricks properly, but it seems interesting.
Well, you get a big scoop of mortar and you slap it down, like loosely, and then you stagger the bricks. And you have to, as you're laying them, you have to slop over and around them. And
Okay, so
then,
but like what keystrokes do I need for
and
that?
then you scoop off the extra mortar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I finally started watching Columbo as well. Turns out this show's good.
Huh.
Who knew? I'd really love to know why, like, it started being back in people's consciousness.
Poker Face?
Maybe it's like Poker Face also slaps.
Yeah. Waiting for more episode.
Is it Mondays or Tuesdays?
I don't know. Poker Face is a TV show where Natasha Lyonne is just a lady who can always tell if someone's lying. And it's kind of just criminal of the week. You see how the crime is done, and then you get to see how Natasha Lyonne was involved from the very beginning. And then she solves the murder and runs away.
Yeah, it's like Columbo.
It's
With some
like
differences.
Columbo. It's also like Murder, She Wrote. And it's got, some Knives Out energy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but I really love, like, the color grading, like how it's always, like, golden, sunsetty time. It's really strong visually. I don't know. Molly's partner Ben does a podcast called Columboys with his friend, and I think, just finishing. They're getting close to being done.
Interesting.
But I don't think it's because of Columboys. Beowulf, it's the Littlest Columbo, and I think they did a Littlest Hobo sort of reference in one of the episodes. Just a little
Cardassian
terrier.
crime stories are just Columbo.
These are not the Star Trek Cardassians. Yes, those ones. Oh, like in Deep Space Nine?
Oh, Garrick. There's a meme that I saw. It was like,
Of
it's
him,
like,
like, just
it was
saying
the,
absurdly queer things and then Bashir,
no, no,
like,
no. Like
getting flustered.
it was like this emissary he's like, it's like what I he's like remarking on his like Gucci bag or something. He's like, it looks fake. He's like, have a pleasant trip. And that's how I got spoiled on that episode.
Oh no.
I mean, it was
Memes.
still funny, but
He's so catty.
it's a fake. DS9 is very good. You should watch it. I was talking last night about how I watched like through tons of the Star Trek backlog,
Right?
and then I got through Enterprise and stopped because I had had enough. Because Enterprise was stinking. It was so bad.
Pretty sure everyone warned you.
Well, yeah, but I'm a good scientist.
Suffer for your data entry.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Lower Deck's also very good. I need to do some Tindy fan art.
Mm. I haven't started season 3 of Picard.
This is like only tangentially related, but I'm so choked that they canceled Inside Job.
I can't remember if I started watching that, but I remember someone recommended it to me.
It's good.
I was like, do you mean the movie Inside Man with the bank? And they're like, no. It's something different.
Nope. Reagan Ridley, best girl. Blurst girl. I feel like I should try drawing at least like one horse per stream.
I mean, I've just drawn mine.
Okay, that's unkind. Here, I'll try to draw.
Define horse. That's fine. I'll sit here.
Well, this might be a halfway decent horse.
You've got one going,
Definitely.
we can't see it.
Dang it! Oh, I drew it way off camera. Okay, just take my word for it, okay?
Yeah, Alex is telling us he's drawn a really good horse, and it's right there
Oh, it's
on
amazing.
the paper. Yeah. I could just hold mine towards the corner and be like, oh. That's an okay horse.
Wow.
It's missing a few legs.
Okay. You did this.
That horse is going places. I think the last one you drew also looked like it was dripping. The last one might have been too much.
It just like sometimes it turns sharply and this like floppy leg
Just
hanging off its dome just sort of jangles around. Ah, poor leg horse. Cronin horse.
yeah, that was a Cronin horse. For sure. Very fleshy. Too much flesh.
Yeah, I might have an idea for another Alice.
I've drawn a horse now. Alright, so this new Alice is gonna have a torso. And ribs. Wow. She doesn't have hooves for hands by any chance, eh?
Good God, no. I'm not a complete sicko. I guess it's been a while since people saw me like draw by hand. I mean, drawing is like a little bit like magic sometimes.
Now I have a horse holding a teacup. That's how you know it's Alice. From the Disney movie. The Great Wordling. I'm not listening to any music. I don't know if Alex is.
I am.
Ooh.
I didn't say what music I was listening to.
I heard Alex has a 6-pack.
I was shredded. What?
Oh, Beowulf's hashtags. It's Can't Draw Horses Club. Not can't horse open inside. Dead horse do not look. It would be funny if you got can't horse trending, but that's not the hashtag. Not the official hashtag.
A dead horse do not eat.
Yeah. What was I expecting?
What were you expecting?
Aw, yeah. The inks.
Curlicues are so much fun to draw.
Have you ever done that style that's just like really thin bands of hair? What is it, like a Lydecker style?
I don't know.
Kind of like op art? Or.
I'm pretty bad at drawing hair, so at least drawing like realistic hair.
It's like all of your protagonists just woke up like this?
Yeah, messy hair is fun and easy to draw. My darkest secret, the reason I like tomboys so much is because they're easy to draw. No, it's not true. See, I pencil really, really loose. Some people will go to like virtually a final drawing before inking, but I'll just kind of pencil so I know where everything is, and then I'll like ink to sort of finish the drawing. So a lot of the time you won't see me actually like following. Who is clacking away there? Ian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Move this a little bit.
Kind of gotten a little lost down a Wikipedia hole, reading stuff about the Queen of Hearts and, the voice actress for this Disney movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's also Dumbo's mom, and also the Cinderella's fairy godmother.
Dumbo's mom has got it going. What you gonna do with all that drunk up in your trunk? Oops, I should probably finish inking this before I start.
Probably
going
hallucinate
rendering.
more elephants, I think. That's what happens when you get drunk in your trunk.
Oh, right, like from Dumbo.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you've got the lines on that knife, we can take our second break.
Okie dokie. Time to break.
All right. We'll be
Okay.
back. Don't leave us.
Bees! Live bees! Bee!
Welcome back, all you cabbages and kings. We're here drawing some Alice in Wonderland inspired arts. I've been kind of just redrawing from references for the Queen of Hearts from the Disney movie. And Alex has
I'm
been
doing something.
spontaneously generating Alice's at an unforeseen rate. Never before witnessed on Horse Club. This is the most Alice's we've had.
Well, the quantity, I think, is going to slow down because this one has activated my Bankai.
You're actually using an eraser.
I am. And you'll notice my technique. Because if you scrub it back and forth, it will cause your paper to pucker, and then you will go straight to hell.
Yeah. But you've got your paper first off taped at the top, and you're pulling
It's
it.
clamped,
Yeah, it's
actually.
clamped. All right.
Ordinarily, you would have it taped. Excuse me. But Alex, what does bunkai mean?
Well, you see, back in the early 2000s, there was an anime called Bleach. A shonen anime about a strawberry-headed boy named Ichigo who died. And then he met a friendly death god, or Shinigami. And then he got a sword, and you just have to scream Bankai! And then the sword get big. Definitely doesn't take inspiration from anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're rushing from a bottle of ink there?
Yes. I actually decanted a little bit of it into.
Does that make the flavor better?
No, it just means that I have less ink out at a time. It's been like way too long since I touched my Winsor Newtons. So
You do what with your what?
since I touched my Winsor Newtons,
Mmm.
not a euphemism. I mean literally the name
Yep.
of these brushes is
Uh-huh.
Winsor Newton. This is the. Actually, this is my bad one. I am using regular ass speedball drawing ink. It's 0. What
Vanilla.
the fuck is my number 1?
Feel is your one brush?
Hmm.
Huh.
Don't know where it is.
Huh.
I'll have to use the 0. I'll admit I was like suckered into buying a set of these partly because of their reputation. Like, this is what Bill Watterson used. And like with a resume like that, it's hard to not do that. That said, it's not like they're magic or anything.
They're just nice.
Yeah, they're just nice quality brushes, and I have a lot of practice with them.
That blood drop looks really good.
Thank you. It's probably because it has a highlight on it.
Yeah. It's got good motion. I'm just watching. I like inking.
Yeah, inking kind of rules. Okay, that is not dark enough. Now comes the fun part.
Ooh.
You can't see the alchemy I'm doing off camera, but
No.
There we go. Where the hell's my number 2?
Stop eating them.
This is garbage. I need to go audit my brushes.
Do some washi. Washi, washi, washi.
Washi is interesting because it's a little bit like watercolors, but you actually have a time limit. Because once ink dries, it's waterproof. And it's fun because you can chase the little
blobs
around, use them to create texture.
And boob socks, apparently.
Listen, it's in the reference.
Ah, so you are using reference. That was an earlier question.
Oh, yes. I'm not that good. Well, actually, no. Okay. Whoever is putting forward this idea that you shouldn't use reference, they're wrong and evil. And I don't know what the hell their deal is. Use reference. Use whatever. Like, I think it's insane that you should. I actually see way more things like denouncing that than I do people even making the suggestion that you shouldn't use reference. It's just a kind of a crazy idea.
Most of the people I follow are making their own reference photos and selling them as like packages.
Don't look at the thing that you want to learn how to draw, is how that sounds to me.
No.
This will make sense in a while.
Have you used any colored inks?
I only use like spot colors, and I kind of wish I had some of my red ink handy. Like, I'm sure I have it, but I don't want to go ratting around in my things. And
I was thinking like blonde for the hair, but
oh, I wonder. Do I know where my Copics are? Like, the color splash should be really cool. What's this? You can layer.
Once it's dry, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? Been slowly working my way through Skinamarink, and it's like if someone challenged you to make like an old Looney Tunes style background for a live action movie.
Yeah.
It's not how I would think of doing it. Like, they basically turned all the lights off until it's just like painful to look at.
What exactly is Skinamarink?
It's a horror movie.
Oh.
It's kind of hard to describe. It's like Paranormal Activities, but you're just watching two kids at night, like two like really young kids.
Okay.
And stuff is weird.
I mean, kids are weird.
No, stuff in the house is weird. The kids are normal-ish, other than not screaming a lot. But you get, like, the smoothest gradients with the low light. And it's really interesting. You get, like, a really strong one light source that's off camera. That kind of thing.
Tamley has pointed out something that I very much want to address directly, and that's tracing. It comes up a lot as like, is tracing cheating? Is tracing not cheating? I think there's tracing and then there's tracing. Which I mean to say that, like, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish with it. I think the only bad tracing is, like, the plagiarism kind, where you are like
Yeah.
copying someone else's work and trying to pass it off as your own. That's not okay.
Yeah.
But I trace all the time.
When
in
we
fact,
did one of the episodes on perspective, you had a Godzilla and you traced it and then used that as a reference.
Yeah, I will take a very loose trace of poses, and like I don't have it on screen, but when I say loose trace, it's like about as loose as the pencil sketches you saw, and then I like put that reference to the side, and then I start rendering it to my satisfaction. Because the other tracing that just isn't good, it's not even like cheating, is like slavishly trying to copy every last detail from the photo.
Yeah.
It will look so bad. But like using it as like a base template is like there's no problem with that. Do your thing. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I think there's this like weirdly art on the internet has some very strange attitudes floating around. So I would say, like, understand what it is and be thoughtful about how you utilize it, but like, don't trace is bad advice. Like, don't ever trace is bad advice, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's more like know why you're tracing.
Yeah. In that respect, it kind of has something in common with the like learn the rules so you know when and where and why to bend or break them in a thoughtful way. You absolutely should learn all the rules of making art first, because importantly, you figure out why there are rules. And then once you understand them, you can be like, oh, okay, I can subvert this rule to accomplish this, thoughtfully.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Because, like, again, just like pedantically following some random sort of like edicts is also dumb and bad. Now, I'm wondering if I can use it. It's in this drawer. It's
Your
not
graphics?
this drawer. Yeah, I'm hoping they're in this drawer. I think I know where they are. So maybe give me like 15 seconds.
I'm gonna count.
Oh my god. Let me put this down first. Okay.
Well, it's just me and you, chat. Here with the Queen of Hearts. She's having a lovely day. I was thinking about all of the
How'd I do?
ellipse and circle drawing stuff. I wasn't paying attention.
Dang it. Any idea how stressed out I get about this kind of stuff? I think it's my crazy glue.
Gonna be doing some bonding later.
Sorry. Canary yellow. Oh, that's a much nicer yellow. Yeah. I think we're gonna use this one.
Let's see this. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to be careful because I inked this using a type of pen which does not appear to be completely light fast. But that's okay, as long as I ink carefully.
So you don't
It
get
won't. It
smudges.
shouldn't smudge, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I could have sworn that I was using a light fast pen. Maybe I'm just hallucinating.
Was your marker alcohol based?
No. I mean, When it looks like it's starting to smudge, I don't ask questions. I just like avoid it. Maybe I should do the crown as well. I'll think about it. I think light fastness refers to inks that dry to a waterproof finish. I think.
Well, we can look this up.
Yeah, also like what's in the textbooks and what becomes common parlance is not necessarily the same.
Yep. Resistance when exposed to light.
Oh boy, this is why you use a.
Oh!
Ooh!
Oh!
This is how you avoid accidents. Is by
Hello,
like, using...
Mr. Posca. Nice to see you today.
So this step is certainly not necessary. It's just kind of like a style thing. And maybe like for me a little bit a little cheat to give me one last chance to refine outlines.
Doing that thicker line?
Yep. I need to be very careful of where my hand is because I don't want to rely on that being dry. That's one of the things about like working traditionally is you become sort of thoughtful about order of operations, which is actually it's a machining thing, which is like what things you do in what order. Because like certain things need to be a particular way so that the next part can happen.
Yeah. Some of it's just efficiency, but some of it's just like you can block yourself.
Yeah, you can't actually like paint yourself into a corner. I think I'm okay here. Because like these Poscas, they dry fast, but not that fast. I think I'm going to leave that edge alone because I'm might actually do the opposite and unstroke it. That sounds weird.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like a denial play thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, my dom unstroked me last night.
Damn. You pay for that?
You know it. I tipped for that. I did come here with another swear I put it in my pocket.
More ink or a paintbrush?
Neither. Another Posca, but a white one.
Ah,
Hang on a second. I'm absolutely positive that it's in my pocket. But
it's the one Posca to rule them all, the white one.
pretty good, Bront. Oh, there it is.
Is it safe for highlights? We had a whole highlight thing that was just like people doing the jerk off motion, effing a table, and then explaining to Serge what docking is. Like, I don't know if jokes about unreal sex acts are unsafe.
Light source is over here. So after many, I guess it was months of searching for a white pen that was worth anything,
Right.
I settled on this. These are brilliant.
They're powerful.
They're extremely powerful. I am not paid by Posca to promote them. I just think they're an excellent product that does what I need it to do, which is to say that it's like white.
Just on top
It
of
goes
anything.
on white, and it will actually like be opaque.
Yeah. Okay, chat, you can Google docking in your own time.
Don't Google docking. It's very important that you highlight the vagina bones.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking in my brain, but I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna say it.
No, I got you.
I can't believe how long it took me to learn what vagina bones are. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
You mean
so
like
far removed from reality that.
Well, I mean, I think it was like a classic gamer comment. It's just like, you have never even seen.
I think it was worse. I think it was like an art comment about like anime girl commissions.
I think it was censoring. They're just like, yeah, they edited out
Yeah.
the vagina bones in the localization. It's like, what a shame. Oops.
Yeah, it was just there was like years ago a Desert Bus thing where Kathleen did a. It was either we were doing Dub Fight or it was just a Kathleen commercial about vagina bones. And if I had known at the time, I feel like I would have been a better, scene partner.
Yeah. They're very, very sexy on people of any gender. Come on now. Okay, so now I have an idea.
In this economy,
I don't think this is showing off.
killing air.
You're scared of drawing backgrounds. You should draw more backgrounds. Oh, I'm loosely following some reference from the Madness Returns art book.
Okay.
It's page 36, I think.
I have neither madness or returned.
Game's good. You know what? We'll draw Happy Little Castle here. Happy Little Fortress of Lunacy.
Yeah, I'll add backgrounds to the list. We can do backgrounds again sometime.
Let me think if I can come up with some tips or backgrounds. You don't have to draw them completely. You can draw them crappier than your foreground. In fact, it's actually better that way.
Yeah, then they don't pull focus.
Like, I almost never will use the same sort of like hard line art on a background because it'll like clash. And like sometimes I'll just do like blobby shapes like this, and that's enough. Then it looks really cool, and it actually like complements the foreground better. Like you don't have to draw everything in like photorealistic detail. In fact, it's like actually way better if you don't. You can also sort of like suggest more things than you actually draw. Like in comics, I will take a panel to establish something. And then in subsequent panels, I will imply its continued existence by just sort of like drawing shapes, like incomplete shapes that look like the initial scene. So you can sort of hold it in your imagination. There's a happy little tree. So I can create a little bit of detail here by like going over here again, like implying some shadows. The hell's the art mullet?
The basic shapes in the back, detail in the front.
I've never heard of that term.
No, it's a joke.
Oh,
It's a funny joke.
My big tip for like comic artists particularly is work out all your dialogue in thumbnailing.
Yes.
Future you will get down on its knees and like thank you profusely and like break down sobbing.
Yeah.
Because if you work everything out in thumbnails, then you know where all the words balloons are and where you don't have to draw background elements.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to do this thing where you draw this gorgeous background, and then you want to try and cram your dialogue in over top of it, and you're like dying inside because you don't want to cover up the nice background you drew, but you need to fit the text in. Just, yeah. Do that initially. I'm going to try one thing, though.
Ooh, fountain.
Is that the reason some comic book artists are so wordy? They don't want to draw the background? I think it's just because they're I'm trying to think of like a nice term to criticize them with.
Wordiness? Well, I mean, like, if it's like
they should do a novel.
Exactly. If it's a, like, published comic, then you probably have a different writer and a different artist. So the words is definitely the writer's fault.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I'm using the same tone of ink here, but with a much finer point. So I'm adding some line weight to it, but not enough that it clashes with the foreground. Now I can go over these shapes that I blobbed out. And look, they're buildings now.
Separate them. Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing to it.
Yesterday, Instagram showed me a coloring book that is, it's just watercolor blobs and you do all the line work yourself.
Yeah.
That seemed kind of fun.
Draw a bunch of blobs, refine them later. Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of think that overwordy comics need an editor. Like, honestly, straight up, I think that if you have reams and reams of dialogue, you'd need an editor because you're not, like, and I'm not just being catty about it. It's like you're not exploiting the medium for what it's strong at, which is a combination of words and pictures. Like, comics are a show and tell format. And you gotta use both. And if you're just like leaning super hard on just one, you're maybe not utilizing the best the format has to offer. Don't even know what this is.
All right, we are coming up here on the end. Alex, do you want to tell people where they can find you and your work?
You can find me on Twitter at Alex Stacy. And from there, you can find my other Twitter, which I'm like reluctant to promote on our family-friendly stream. But yeah, that's the best place to go. I also have all my like card links there. I have a Patron and a Gumroad where I sell comic books and so forth. And I'm also for hire. So if you wanted something like this drawn, then maybe you could. Well, you actually definitely can. I also like occasionally stream from home. I'm trying to do that more.
Well, now with your new fancy desk
Yeah,
with a camera attached.
maybe. Yeah. How do you go outside the lines of while you're doing these drawing lines? Pretty peculiar self-worth. As soon as I figure that out, I'll tell you.
All right.
It's an ongoing process. It's maybe not as much trying to find it as listening to people who tell you that you have it. Because there's a lot of people who think you're great frequently, and you just have to believe them. Which sounds easy, but is not.
Yeah, they're probably not lying.
They're like, if the theory you have for why they're lying to you about liking you is like really, really complicated, it's probably bullshit.
Yeah, keep it simple. With your paranoid musings.
Why would someone go to the trouble of creating an elaborate ruse to inflate your self-ego or self-image? Anyway, do you have subs to read?
I do have subs to read, but first we just say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody!